So Richard, thank you for taking time. We are very excited. Tourism industry of Bhutan is very excited. We are the first country to partner with Binance Pay and making nationwide tourism payments. So thank you for taking your time. I would like to maybe get a brief introduction about yourself of how you got into Binance Pay, and then what was your journey before that.
Well, so thanks for having me. Thanks for welcoming and hospitality to this lovely country of yours. I joined Binance about 4 years ago in August 2021. Before that, I have been almost spending my entire career in financial services and regulation. Started with the Central Bank of Singapore in 1994, and then I also spent a stint at Singapore Exchange where I became the Chief Regulatory Officer. And just before Binance, I was CEO of Abu Dhabi Global Markets Financial Services Regulatory Authority. I got into crypto right about 2017 when I started to regulate crypto. And unlike other regulators, right, I always tell my staff that to understand a sector, you need to be involved, you need to trade, you need to invest.
Yes.
Just like a banking regulator that doesn't have a bank account, you may not understand the pain points and the challenges.
True.
So I urge them, so I started investing in this sector around 2017.
Okay. Thank you. Richard, why Binance? What got you into Binance? I know you started crypto in 2017, but why Binance?
Well, it's a mutual friend introduced myself to CZ, the founder of Binance.
Okay.
We met in Singapore, and he is a very humble, very down-to-earth, very transparent visionary. And so the more I chat with him, the more I'm convinced of where he wants to bring the company to. So I bought into that vision and joined Binance in 2021.
Important to have. I think it's important to have an inspiring vision, and I'm happy that you got bought into the Binance vision. And we are also getting into I think the vision of Binance Pay. Of course, we have seen 1,000+ businesses already signed up for Binance. It's very exciting for a small country. 1,000+ is a lot of numbers, so it's quite exciting for us. Richard, why Bhutan?
Well, I think Bhutan has demonstrated that it is always at the forefront of supporting innovation, while embracing its own local uniqueness and culture. This is a beautiful country, as I think for those that have not visited Bhutan, I do urge everybody to plan the itinerary here. I've thoroughly enjoyed my visit here. But under His Majesty vision and leadership, Bhutan has now become the 5th largest nation-state holder of Bitcoin. I think that demonstrates the ambition and the vision of Bhutan. And Yellowfu Mindfulness City, again, is another big ambition and endeavor. It's a special economic zone, but it holds crypto as strategic reserves as well, and supporting the crypto innovation. So we want to be supportive of countries like Bhutan with strong ambition, foresight, and embracing innovation, which is why we are partnering Bhutan. I think this initiative is spearheaded by the Department of Tourism. It is powered by Binance Pay, and locally is set up by DK Bank. So thanks to this foresight and thanks to this partnership, we are glad that we are here as part of the community and ecosystem to support the great kingdom of Bhutan.
Thank you, Richard. I was very excited talking to you yesterday, talking to people in when we had the panel discussion, how they use Binance Pay to buy vegetables. They cooked in the farmhouses. You bought something, so Binance Pay. It's already happening. It's so exciting, and this is a great news for tourism, because for the longest, I have almost 20 years in tourism, and the greatest challenges is people come here with credit cards, online digital payments, wallets, but they're not able to pay. It's like Bhutan. We are told that Bhutan is put in a place where it's not safe for online transactions. But now, coming with Binance, you have about 300 million users. Can you tell us what kind of users are this? Yesterday I heard a bit about they stay longer, they come back. This is exactly what Bhutan is looking for. Can you tell us more about your users?
Yeah, so Binance is the biggest crypto ecosystem and the largest exchange within the crypto space. We have close to 280 million users globally now, and the traction is very strong. So on that front, we are very happy to support this endeavor. But based on a research report released by Binance Pay and Traveler, crypto travelers has a lifetime value 3 times that of their travelers, because people involved in the Web3 space, we are digital nomads. We tend to travel more. We tend to stay longer in the country. And we are much better at being repeat customers, right? So based on research, the average crypto transaction when traveling is about 1,200 US dollars. The average fiat transaction is 400. And the duration of travel for crypto travelers are much longer. And the repeat purchases is like 57%. So if you look at it, you see very exciting dynamics at work. Many of us have come through and used Binance Pay. It's so easy. From a user standpoint, it's a click of the button. You can pay for everything from accommodations to flights to travel guide to buying from local produce from small merchants, which I did here, to paying for admissions tickets. Right? So it's so simple and it's easy to use. It's safe, secure, efficient. And from the merchant standpoint, it is very cost effective. Right? They receive the money instantaneously. So it is a win-win proposition for everybody. So very, very glad that we managed to roll it out.
By the way, Richard, our Department of Immigration probably put saying we are on Binance Pay, so people can pay their visa fees and sustainable development fee using your Binance Pay. So it was actually a great moment for us. I know the airlines are also on board with Binance Pay. I want to go back to this 280 million users, you know, and they stay longer. This is what we need. We want them to come here and stay longer, explore other parts of Bhutan. There's something we're struggling. They're repeat visitors. They spend more. They're community driven. I did some research online. They're community driven. They're early adopters, young, you know, tech savvy. Exactly what Bhutan wants, you know. How can we maybe get 1% of this 280 million? How can you help us do this?
On that front, I wanted to flip the question to say that what are the key unique selling points of Bhutan, right? So for a new traveler to Bhutan, what would you say to them? Why do they want to come to visit Bhutan? Right? So I think that's a great story.
Question.
I mean, I've been here personally. I have great experience here. But how do we spread the story to other people that wish to travel to Bhutan?
Yeah, I mean, for me, for people that we've asked people who come here, the fact that they're here, they say it's healing, it's peaceful, and slows down. I have a friend from Singapore, and she tells me that when she goes back, her friends ask her, "What do you do in Bhutan?" She says, "Do nothing." It's very peaceful. But the top takeaway for us is not just nature, the slow pace of life, but the Bhutanese people. That immersion, that connection with the Bhutanese people. You know, you come here, you learn. Like what I said yesterday about one of the colleagues, going to a farmhouse. One of the tough experiences of Bhutan is staying in the farmhouse, making your own meal, connecting stories with the families, seeing it. It's something that's really, that people take away. And a lot of people have told us that the experience begins before you land. You see that landscape, the music in the aircraft, you know, the feeling of, you know, I don't know, I can't express, but we have had people cry talking about the feeling. So it's not just about the beauty of the landscape, but the whole experience. That's why you have to come here. And I see that 280 million users. I just want to get maybe 1% of that. And I think, Richard, you have to help me and tell us how we can work together to get this 1%.
Definitely. So I think we do have a group of social influencers during this trip as well. As you mentioned, they have gone around different parts of Bhutan, experiencing the land of happiness and the people of happiness, right? A great story. I mean, it creates a different experience that they have not managed to get anywhere else in the world. So I think one of the influencers that you mentioned, he decided to stay at a farmhouse. And he said that I want to try the local produce. You know, you have great local produce here. Decided to buy local produce using Binance Pay, cook it, and said it's a fantastic experience. And they are posting many different stories, and that will excite more people to show different parts of what they can do in Bhutan and bring in more people.
Richard, one of the things is, you know, at the initial phases when we wanted people, especially businesses in tourism, to join Binance Pay in collaboration with the DK Bank, the first digital bank in Bhutan. Very green, I must say, that no paper, you know, don't have to go to offices physically, wasting your time. It's exactly what tourism is all about. We are high value, low volume destination. We focus on regenerative, no impacts on environment, negative impacts. So that's exactly what we do. So when we were getting this people to join this Binance Pay through DK Bank, they were pretty skeptical of, you know, how much is going to be the fee? Is there going to be a lot of, you know, like people losing money in between? What can you say and get people, because I'm very excited, you know, what can you say to those people who are yet to join?
Yes.
And how can you convince them?
So if you look at it, the number of merchants joining went from 100 to more than 1,000 now in a very quick manner of time. Because I think it's an education process. Now they realize it's guestless transaction.
Yes.
They pay very minimal, if no fees at
Yes.
all.
Yes.
And they receive their payments instead of having the people receive payment via things like credit card. The merchants normally have a big, long lag time, like 30, 60 days before they receive the full payment. Through this very efficient process, they receive their money very quickly.
Yeah.
So they don't have capital tied up. They can use the capital for greater velocity and do much more things. So I think that's the beauty of it. And we are seeing many more merchants coming on board on that front.
Yes.
And we wish to support them. And our Binance users, our own customers are very, very enthusiastic. You see them going around different parts of Bhutan, doing different forms of spendings via Binance Pay. And the experience is great for everyone. So with all these fantastic stories, I'm sure more and more people will be embracing it.
Thank you. Richard, before the panel discussion yesterday, I was going online asking ChatGPT about Binance Pay. I'm very grateful that Bhutan is featured there. All the time they're saying Bhutan is the first country to implement tourism payment system, Binance payment system in tourism. That's a great promotion for us. In terms of brand, like I said yesterday, it sends out a message saying Bhutan is actually looking forward, welcoming, trendy, tech savvy. So it's very important. And thank you for having Bhutan in this Binance Pay platforms. And I'm sure there's 280 million people already looking at it and wanting to come and making my job easier. So thank you very much, Richard. The other thing is going back to that, making people wanting to be part of this collaboration. I feel that there are still people that are not very sure. So I want to again confirm you too that this is why they should join this Binance Pay with DK Bank. There's no fee to a very minimal fee. Whereas if you look at the credit cards, it's like 3.5 to 4 or even 4.5 merchant is very high per transaction. And it takes a couple of days sometimes, and sometimes there is like so much delay because like I said at the beginning that they have to cross-border verification has
Absolutely.
to happen. Binance Pay, you don't have to have that cross-border verification, and it's being facilitated by our own digital bank, which is
Absolutely.
more trustworthy. So all they have to do is open up an account with DK Bank, get a QR code, and that's it. They get the payment. That's correct, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it is make very efficient
Yes.
for the merchants as well. Yes. And once they use it, they know how cost-effective it is compared to other form of payment, and how fast it is, and how secure it is. So I urge more merchants signing up to this program, so as they can enjoy the benefits as soon as possible.
I do the same, and it's very exciting. And Richard, what do you have to say for the future of Binance and crypto in tourism? Why should people get excited, and why should they believe in this kind of payment system?
Well, I think crypto is still at a very early stage of adoption, but crypto exists and solves many pain points in traditional financial system. For example, if you talk about remittance, and you talk about payments. If you look at traditional payment methods, if you do a remittance overseas, it takes 2 to 3 days to reach the recipient. You incur very high costs, right? So there are many data points that show that for any remittance below $500 US, they pay as high as 15% fees, right? So imagine if you remit 500, they deduct $75 as fees. The recipient only got 425, right? Yes. So if you use things like crypto and Binance Pay, it's at a small fraction of the cost, right? And the recipient get the majority of the money, and it's instantaneous.
Yes.
There's no lag time, right?
Yes.
So that's the beauty of crypto, which is why so many banks now globally and big e-commerce merchants like Amazon are starting to explore their own stablecoins to solve all these pain points within the traditional financial system. Okay. So be the first to embrace all this innovation because they represent the future technology on how financial systems should be built.
Yes, true. Richard, I just want to go to the basics. So let's say this is my phone, and it's costing me, I'm selling it to you for Newton 70,000. So I have a QR code from DK Bank in collaboration. So what happens when I sell this to you at Newton 70,000? Do I get 70,000? Is the fee part of that 70,000, or who bears the fee, transaction fee?
For us, it's gasless, right? So we charge minimal fees on that front. DK Bank, I'm not quite sure what's the arrangement, But based on our partnership, we believe that we charge very, very little fees as well. So majority of the money goes to the merchant.
So you have to, the follow-up question is that 70,000 euro term, like you are buying my phone from me. So you pay that minimal, or if no minimal fee as part of 70, I get the 70, right? That's correct.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
That's, I mean, I was saying yesterday that it's a win-win. You know, I mean, you must be. There's no other option but to be on Binance Pay and be part of this digital transformation, which is, of course, what Bhutan is through Guild for Mindfulness. It's the vision of His Majesty the King. We must be part of it. It's a very exciting journey. Richard, I know I want to talk to you about very briefly on your experience of buying, using your Binance Pay. A couple of things yesterday. How was it? I mean, did people know that you were the CEO of Binance Pay?
I don't think so.
No. Wow.
I'm just going around looking at things, buying, visiting places of interest, including the great sitting Buddha at the top of the hill. Yeah. So I used, for emission, I just used Binance Pay. I bought some honey and cordyceps here using Binance Pay. It's very fast and efficient, and it's very secure.
The transaction was smooth?
Very smooth.
So exactly this is what we want. And you know, we have had people come here, especially tourists, even expats here, they're saying, oh, we want to spend money here, but it's so difficult to spend because our credit card's not working, some credits are not being accepted, the transaction fee is high. But now with Binance Pay, it's just amazing.
It's a beautiful solution to solve all those problems.
Exactly. And it's a great solution for tourism in particular, because we want people to take good things from Bhutan and also our people to benefit out of it. The other thing, probably one of the last questions is, so far, is this your first visit to Bhutan?
It is my first visit.
What took you so long? Singapore is only about 5 hours from here.
Well, unfortunately, I have quite a busy traveling schedule, so unfortunately I have to schedule this.
Okay. When did you first hear about Bhutan, and where did you hear?
Well, I heard Bhutan at least a couple of years ago. I met His Majesty in Singapore as well, so it's not my first acquaintance with Bhutan, but I have not had the chance to visit the kingdom yet. So I'm glad I'm here now to visit your very lovely country. It's a great experience. It's very calming for me. And the people are so hospitable. So it's not going to be my last trip here.
Better not. Otherwise we stay out of Binance Pay.
But definitely not my last.
Yes. What was your impression of Bhutan then? Is it the same when you experience here now?
No, I mean, my mental image and impression when people speak to me of Bhutan is a very lovely place with great landscape. It's the land of happiness. It's very quaint and peaceful here. And I think when I come here, I experience it firsthand, right? How beautiful the landscape was. I went hiking this morning, looking at the mountains and the cities. It's fantastic. The air is so fresh here compared to so many parts of the world. And you have a certain level of peacefulness when you get here. And the people are so kind and lovely and generous with their time. You get a smile from everyone, even walking on the street. You feel very welcome in this country. And you have such beautiful resorts and hotels here. So I urge anyone that are looking for all these great things to visit the Kingdom of Bhutan.
Thank you. Richard, so there's 200, I keep focusing on this 280 million users. How would you convince them to visit Bhutan now that having you visited Bhutan? What do you tell them?
I'm sure all these word of mouth and influencers video highlighting all the different exciting things and interesting things that you can do in Bhutan will do part of that job.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard, for taking your time. And like I said, we're very grateful that Binance is chosen Bhutan and Binance is collaborating with us. It's a great solution for tourism industry of Bhutan, not just for Bhutan, but for people who are traveling to Bhutan. And thank you for taking your time and visiting Bhutan and bringing your team here. We have a very exciting team. I met your influencers guys, very young, very dynamic. It's a very interesting team here. Thank you for bringing them here. And we hope that you come back every now and then. Singapore, like I said, is only five hours from here. Very, very inspired by Binance. And we are looking for, tourism industry is really looking forward to working with Binance, not just in terms of Binance Pay, but connecting with all the users of Binance. So thank you for taking your time.
Thanks for having me.
Anything you want to say?
No, thank you for everything, the hospitality, the cooperation, and the partnership. We look forward to continue to support the Kingdom of Bhutan in all its great innovation and really its crypto journey and ambition.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you so much.